Good morning, everyone. Happy Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. And it is an absolutely gorgeous, slightly warm, very sunny day here in New Jersey. Sorry, my hair clips are always falling out. My hair's so thick, and these are metal, and it bends them and breaks them, if you can believe that. But anyway, I just wanted to pop on and say hi because I have two almost finished projects. One, let me see if I can do this. There we go, right there. It's like being a weather girl. Yes, what's this thing over here? Woo! We'll get to that in a minute. So let's start with this. I am wearing this skirt. I finished the skirt. I did not finish the belt. And in fact, I'm going to have to go out on the internet today and see if there are any other YouTubers who made this skirt. I cannot for the life of me figure out what the heck they're asking me to do to make this belt. It doesn't, I don't know. Maybe it's chemo brain. You know, I don't like to blame everything on the chemo I had, but I blame everything on the chemo I had. So I might actually make a video just about my experiences with chemo and chemo brain. You know, I have today off, so maybe we'll do that later. I will change costumes though, so it's more interesting. And what am I wearing today? I am wearing this absolutely beautiful bracelet that I got from Redbird, and these earrings, which I also got from Redbird, and this is one of the celluloid brooches from the set I just bought. The sweater from Belle Pop, and then let me show you the skirt. So I did not put the pockets on yet. I don't like the waistband on this. It doesn't actually have a waistband. It has what I think they call a self-waist. In other words, you put facing that's the same fabric and you flip it over and then you just give it a quick top stitch and that's your waist. And then you're supposed to put this belt over it. The directions for this belt are I mean, they might as well be written in another language because I can't understand them in English. But I'm gonna go out on the internet. Somebody has made this, I'm sure. I think Angela Clayton made this. I bet I should go out and see if she cursed at this belt also. But let's talk about Le Bread Box. All right, so let's talk about the colors. So these are Rust-Oleum colors, and this was called Red Chili Pepper. I thought it was really beautiful. There was some pitting in the metal, and it wasn't something I could clean off. It was actually pitting in the metal, and so the Rust-Oleum didn't exactly take there. The white, as you can see, I covered the word bread. I know you guys were upset about that. I didn't get the decal yet because I really can't make a decision about the decal. There's so many I like. What I have to do now is I have to measure the front of this way and see where center is and decide which decal I like. And I'll probably order the decal today, but that's a whole nother story. All right, so then there's this, which was an issue. Can you guys see the red paint? Right, so I'm trying to be really careful because I want to preserve this, which is the only thing left of the Decaware. The Decaware styles, if you don't know about it, this whole thing, this whole top was this. And it got pitted over the years, but the interior was in good shape except for like a little piece over here and a little piece over here. So I want to try and save it. And then the inside, I got a little paint on the inside. You can see, let me see that little bit. There we go, that little bit of paint there. And that I'm not worried about because this is literally the inside of a bread box and there's some rust in here. I cleaned it really well, but there's some rust in here. All in all, I had no problems except for this very weird thing that happened, which I'm actually not going to do anything about because I kind of think it makes it feel old. And that is the paint. Can you guys see how the paint crackled back here? It is the only place the paint crackled. Oh, and this here. I have to get something like Goof Off or some type of a paint remover that'll take the first layer of paint off of this and then the stuff on the inside without removing the white paint that I want and the copper lining. And I might just take a wire brush to this to make it look more vintage, which is funny because the thing itself is actually vintage and looked vintage when I bought it. I just didn't really, I thought it looked dingy. And then I don't know if you guys remember, somebody at the antique shop where I bought it had written on the side of it something like housewares. And they did it in like some type of indelible ink because I could not get it off with anything. I used Barkeeper's Friend. I used 409. I used all, I even tried the, this is a little tip. If you can't get something off, something gummy or like magic marker, you can try using non-acetone nail polish remover just on a cotton swab. I also tried just alcohol on a cotton swab. None of these worked. So this was my final kind of like deal. But I do like it. I mean, I actually really love it. And then the bottom still has the copper also. Again, this piece over here where it's coming off. But I'm thoroughly happy with this. Once I get the decal on, this is going to have a home up on my top of my fridge. And I'm actually going to use it not for bread, but for like snacking stuff, like, you know, tortilla chips and, you know, cookies, you know, like the stuff you keep on top of your fridge. And no good news on the sewing machine. I'm just going to have to start looking for other sewing machine places. I think, unfortunately, us in the sewing community may have to deal with the idea that because of COVID, shops that were repairing, you know, because they're usually vacuum cleaners and sewing machine repair places, they obviously closed, and maybe they just didn't have enough business even before they closed to make it through once they did close. And that's very sad, because those of us in the sewing community, I don't know how to fix my sewing machine if something goes wrong. I know basic stuff like how to clean it and oil it, but I don't know how to do major repairs. So where are we all going to go? So it's kind of sad, but anyway, I will keep you guys posted. And in other news, there was only one more thing. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, so I washed this. I didn't do a burn test on it. I washed it. And it went through the washing machine fine, no problem. So I don't think it is silk. But I still can't figure out what it is, because I don't think it's polyester either. It's just the way it feels. It doesn't quite feel like polyester. Unless it's like a miraculously good polyester. And I was online this morning and I was looking at stuff and I saw a really, really cool pattern. It's a vintage pattern, but it's a vintage like 1989 pattern. But it's for a basic, what you call a camp shirt or a woman's blouse. And I might be buying it today. Yeah, because I'm thinking the short sleeve version, this is going to be it. But we'll see. Anyway, that's all for now. And I think I will make a video where I talk a little bit about chemo brain. For those of you that don't know, I'm a cancer survivor. And I had a pretty brutal form of cancer. But I survived. And I'm in, actually February will be 6 years of remission. So I'm doing really well. And anyway, maybe I will make a video where I just talk about chemo brain and what chemo brain is like and why people call it that and all the other ins and outs. And until then, let's all hope that today, on Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, some of us can understand, receive, and really enact his message with everything going on. You know, we have 2 days left, so let's try and stay positive. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Please like, subscribe, and please comment. I love comments. Bye-bye.